Hi, this is Anthrachia, and I'm here today to show you my Rubik's Cube collection and other twisty sorts of puzzles. Here I have a square one. It's not really a square one. It's kind of a cheap equivalent. As you can see, this one's missing a piece. One of the faces just popped out, and I lost that piece somehow. They have different color schemes from each other and from the original square one, and the stickers are peeling off. I got them both for $10 though, so like combined. So I got those for pretty cheap, and I lubricated them, and they're fairly good quality. They turn with a decent amount of friction. I mean, a less than decent amount of friction, right? And this is the one I usually use. Just because it's a little bit smoother and the mechanics run a little bit better than the other one. This, I have no idea what it's called, but I like it. This was one of the first puzzles that I learned to solve when I was really little. You're supposed to start out in some sort of mixed configuration like this. And then you're supposed to get it into a 2x2x3 rectangular prism. So you do that, and then that, and that. So this is the solved state. It has no unique solved state because all the pieces are equivalent, and they're just all running around a piece of elastic, as you can see right there. But yeah, I like that one. That was one of the first puzzles I learned how to solve like this. This is a Sudoku cube, and I've never actually solved this. I've tried once or twice, but I think I'm getting some sort of weird error because there are a lot of identical pieces. For example, the 6 and 4, there's a 4 there, and a 6 there. You can get that on a lot of pieces, like that one. There's a 4 there and a 6 there. And then, for some reason, I keep swapping those, and it's causing problems with the last layer, so I'll solve that eventually. Oh yeah, I bought that in a gift store at Phoenix. It was like, I don't know, $15 or something, I don't know, cheap. Probably less than that. This is my 5x5, and it is Rubik's brand, and I know that I probably should have gotten an Ishin, or even a V-Cube, but those are kind of pricey. But I am satisfied with this. It took me the longest time to take it apart. For some reason, when I bought it, it was really, the springs were insanely stiff. And I had to search around for directions for a long time on how to take it apart. But yeah, now it's all lubricated, and it's a lot looser and smoother, and it's very solvable. I average probably like 10 or 15 minutes on this, maybe less, probably 10 minutes, yeah. I haven't timed myself on this yet. I just usually look at my watch occasionally. Moving down, this is my 4x4, also Rubik's brand, which I should have gotten Ishin, definitely. This is worse than the 5x5. It locks up a lot more frequently. And it is smooth. It is smooth, but whenever you're solving it, you lock up like that, all the time. Especially when you have a layer like that and you're trying to turn an inner slice, that just, it's not very good. But this is, I use it a fair amount. I average about 5 minutes on it, which is kind of slow, but yeah. Here I have a Rubik's brand 3x3. This is one I bought very recently, so it's still a little bit tight. But it's good quality. I got it for $10 at Walmart, so it was cheap. And then this is the one I normally use. I got this for Christmas, and this is a DIY cube. You can see from the black stickers as opposed to the white. They are almost exactly the same size. The pieces seem to be pretty much equivalent. There's like a millimeter difference or something like that between them. And the colors are a little bit duller on this cube. They're not quite as vibrant as on the Rubik's 3x3, but since it is a DIY cube, you can pop out the center faces and make it a lot faster than any other cube I've ever had, which is great. I like it. I'm going to resticker it because the center black piece got torn up when I was letting somebody hold it and they dropped it. And they hit a table or something like that. Yeah. This is also a cube I got for Christmas. This is my keychain Rubik's Cube. That is Rubik's brand. And it's it's not a very good quality puzzle, but that's alright. It's handy. It's good for when I'm in a restaurant or something and I don't want to be rude by bringing a whole cube. Just solve that subtly in my lap. This is my 2x2. This is the only Ishin cube that I own, and it is fantastic. It came out of the box. It was like this. It was super easy to move. And I've never lubricated it. I've never had to knife it, put plastic knives between it to stretch out the springs. Well, there are no springs because it's a 2x2. But yeah, it is, the construction, I don't know what it is about it, but it is amazing. And I average probably 25 seconds on this, maybe 30, I don't know. Oh yeah, this is, what is this called? This is, for a long time, I had no idea what this was called. So I looked, it doesn't have a label or a brand or anything like that. So this is, and it's, well, partially solved state. I've solved this side, but then this side is unsolved. So the object is to obviously get all the colored marbles in the right slot. So I looked on a website that I'll give you a link to, and it's apparently sold under the name Backspin or the Loophole. And it was sold by a company called Binary Arts, which is now called Think Fun. And it's pretty easy. It takes a bit, but it's not really that hard. You just solve it color by color. I think you solve these ones is what I usually do, and then I solve the outside ones. And it's fairly easy. So that's about it. Those are all my cubes. I had a Pyraminx, which is a tetrahedral Rubik's Cube type thing. And I sold that for a price which was way higher than it should have been, which was great for me because the guy I sold it to was apparently not very smart. I sold it to him for 20 bucks, and I bought it for like 10 plus shipping. So that was a good deal on my part. I have another one coming in the mail, and I've also ordered a Megaminx, which is something that I've never held a Megaminx before. I have seen one. One of my friends has one, but I've never tried to solve it or seen anything like that. I've never seen it being solved actually, except in like one video. So I'm gonna have fun with that one. I like big cubes as opposed to the small ones. They're a little bit more interesting. I'm good with the 5x5. I like it. So that's about it. That's my puzzle collection, and I will see you next video. Bye.